What is going on, YouTube? I am Germ here. Right now, we are live streaming on YouTube. We have the live chat going. I want to work on maybe trying to get the live chat like onto the screen or something like that. I think that'd be cool. But if you guys ever see us streaming, definitely hop in. These are going to be fun. We might do these more often. But today we're talking about a big update coming out of the LEC. We've been talking a lot about the LEC slots, who's leaving, who's coming, who's going, all these things. Is Kcorp going to find a way into the LEC? What's going on with Koi and all this different stuff? So, we have some big updates coming out from that as well. I'm still sick. We're still getting over COVID, so forgive me. So, we have this from Wooloo, which I thought was very, very spicy. It was so spicy that he had to delete one of the tweets, and I wish that I still had this tweet. I wish we screenshotted it, whatever, but I don't know. I didn't think this was a tweet that was going to get deleted, so I didn't screenshot this or anything like that. But Wooloo said something along the lines of the fact that Kcorp had previously talked with Rogue about potentially doing the deal that Koi is going to end up doing with Rogue, where they're going to go like half and half, or they're going to go 40-60 or something like that. And that's going to be Koi's way into the LEC. Apparently, Kcorp had that option as well. And Wooloo said something along the lines of like the deal was rejected or the offer was denied or something like that. And he deleted the tweet because I think it was causing some controversy. I think some Kcorp fans were getting mad at Rogue, like, oh, why did you deny Kcorp? Why did you not let Kcorp in the LEC? You should have accepted Kcorp's offer, whatever. I don't know. Obviously, I love the French fans. I love the Kcorp fans, but they get a little crazy sometimes too. They get a little bit riled up on Twitter. So, gosh, all this screaming is making me cough. But he then said, my tweet about KC denying Rogue's offer was worded poorly, so he wanted to rephrase it. That's another reason why I deleted the tweet as well, so he could, maybe better say what he meant. I don't think English is Wooloo's first language. I'm not 100% sure. I think like French or Belgian or something like that is his first language. So maybe some stuff just got worded a little bit poorly or whatever. But he said Rogue did have discussions with KC about a deal similar to the one they had with Koi. So this means that Kcorp was potentially close to getting into the LEC. Potentially they could have had this deal. It could have been Kcorp going 50-50 with Koi, going 50-50 with Rogue getting into the LEC. But obviously that didn't end up happening. He said no offer was actually denied. So it doesn't mean like, hey, they didn't have a formal offer in place that got rejected or anything like that. But when Rogue went to Kcorp with the conditions of, hey, we want to keep 40% of the slot or 50% of the slot or 60% of the slot or whatever it ends up being. We still haven't heard the official numbers yet. But when they approached Kcorp with that deal, he says that that this was not what Kcorp was looking for. Rogue keeping a lot of control. So Rogue wants to still be in the business of the LEC. Rogue still wants to be around. Their ownership, their management, they still want to be around, but they want to try and sell off some because they're able to get 20 or 25 or 30 million dollars or whatever. So, I can't blame them for not wanting to pass that up. But I'm sure they also believe in, the future of the LEC and that the slot value is going to go up and all that stuff. But they might also really see the value of bringing in a Koi or a Kcorp to increase their fan base, to increase, their sales, to increase the revenue of the LEC, and to help further increase their LEC slot value as well. I don't think it's any secret that the two teams they're offering this deal to are both KC and Koi, because, if they're going to keep a large portion of the equity in this LEC slot, then they're going to have a lot of incentive to have it do well and have the LEC do well and have things keep going well. And having a name value of like KC or Koi behind them is obviously going to help it do a lot better than, a BDS or a Heretics or whatever other team, a Giants. We saw BDS came in this year. Did LEC viewership increase because BDS was in the LEC? Did BDS make a ton of money from them being in the LEC this year? No, nothing like that at all. And Rogue also knows that Rogue has a very, very talented roster. Rogue's a team right now in the LEC that's often competing for titles, often going to Worlds. And if you combine that level of team and that level of success with a brand like Kcorp or Rogue, you have an absolute slam dunk. You have an absolute home run. You're going to sell a ton of merch. You're going to have insane viewership. Your business is hopefully going to be making a good amount of money. And you're going to be helping the LEC do well, which is going to increase the league's revenue, which is going to give you, more revenue share and stuff. But then you also are going to hopefully be increasing the slot of your LEC, your slot value for your LEC slot as well, which, if Rogue believes in the future of League of Legends esports or the future of the LEC, these slots are going to be worth so much more in like 5, 10, 15 years. So even if Rogue wants to, cash in on a little bit of the success right now, by selling off some of the slot, by keeping some of it, they're going to be in a good spot as well. And it's also possible that Rogue might just need some money. Like we hear all these different orgs that they're all losing money, that they're all not profitable. And we know we're kind of in like the esports bubble is popping or whatever that everyone wants to say. So it is very, very possible that maybe Rogue needs a couple $1 million to get through the next couple of years, especially if we're going to have rough economic times and, just rough times ahead in general. So that's why it makes so much sense for all these different teams. And having Rogue and Koi paired up together, I think as many people have already said and many people have already seen, makes so much sense for both these parties. Koi gets into the LEC for cheap. They're going to get a way to grow this whole thing and show what their fan base can do and show what they can do, as an LEC brand. And Rogue just leveled up their brand, leveled up their team. They're all of a sudden way more interesting, way more exciting, and they're probably going to be making a lot more money. And they're still in the LEC. They're able to sell out and still be in the LEC. So it's a win-win. But this does show that Kcorp could have been this team. This could have been Kcorp's deal. And it's not Rogue that wasn't interested. It's not Rogue that said no. It's Kcorp that said no. They don't want to give up a lot of control. If Kcorp's coming in the LEC, they want to own more of it. They want to have more control. They want to have more equity. They want to have more say and more stake in what's going on. Apparently different to then Koi. For Kcorp, it's not important just to get into the league or have the Kcorp name, brand, whatever. It's important that they are owning this thing as well. So if this thing is mega successful, that they're the ones making all the money, having all the success, all that stuff. So that makes it interesting as well, that if Kcorp was the one who was, rejecting Rogue's offer, does that mean that Kcorp believes that they are able to get into the LEC another way? Because again, we know Kcorp wants to get into the LEC, and at this point, you're kind of running out of options. Because now we've already seen the Rogue slot get sold. We've already seen the Misfit slot get sold. You're running out of slots. You're running out of opportunities to get in the LEC. And if Kcorp really wants to get in the LEC and they're really determined to do this, and they're confident enough to turn down an opportunity, to turn down an offer, is that because they are very, very confident in their ability to get the Astralis slot? Or are they just maybe things not going to work out? Do they just want to go for home run or bust? They want to have the whole thing or nothing? I don't know. But that is at least something that I was thinking about. Does Kcorp think that they are going to be able to get the Astralis slot done and be able to get a whole lot of the Astralis slot so they don't need to take this Rogue slot? Or, is this maybe just not going to work out? I don't know, but I'm sure this sucks for Kcorp fans to hear that they could have potentially been in the LEC by taking this Rogue offer, by taking this Rogue deal, especially for a heck of a lot cheaper than some of these other ways. And at least according to Wooloo, at least according to the rumors, the sources that we're hearing right now, it seems like they're the ones that pass this up. This does suck a little bit. Wooloo also did explain, he says, by the way, this explains why Koi's name was never mentioned when talking about the LEC spot negotiations with Misfits or Astralis, because obviously they were with Rogue. They were getting this other deal done. They were working on this other thing, and, they were able to get it done. Props to them. Kudos for them. They found a way into the LCS, or into the LEC, the EU LCS, whatever. And now it's Kcorp's turn. Kcorp has some work to do. They are running out of time. They are running out of LEC slots. And it seems like Astralis has a high asking price. And it seems like there are a lot of people interested in that Astralis slot, whether it is FaZe or Kcorp or TSM or whoever the heck else. So what is Kcorp going to do? Is Kcorp going to spend the extra money that Astralis is looking for? Are they going to hold out until Astralis lowers their price? Or are they not going to make it in the LEC at all next year? I don't know. And then if they don't make it in the LEC, what happens to their players? What happens to Cabochard? What happens to Seiken? And what happens to Reckless? I do not know. But I thought this was a very, very big update coming from Wooloo. That it sounds like, Koi got this deal done with Rogue. But Kcorp had an opportunity to get this deal done also. But for whatever reason, things didn't work out and they chose to pass it up, maybe for a better deal down the road, or maybe for no deal at all. I don't know, but that's pretty much it for this video today, guys. Definitely drop a like if you did enjoy it. Sorry that I was coughing so much. Sorry that I was dying. I'm still feeling really, really sick, but I'm close. I'm close to getting back to normal. It's going to be soon. Definitely leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys thought about anything we talked about. Subscribe, stay up to date on all my latest content. Hopefully catch you guys in the next one. But until then, peace.